I think we're live. We live, everyone? Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful April 9th, 2024. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever in the world. I'm starting to have a great day myself. And it is time for an updated house map prediction. That's right, it's back to the monthly tradition of doing a prediction. And there's been a lot of development since last month. There's been a bunch of primaries that have occurred. There's been a couple Super Tuesdays, and we're starting to get a better grasp of, okay, what are the actual competitive seats? What's the totally not competitive stuff? We're getting a better grasp of what the map is going to look like this November. Now, before we continue today's stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, the best way to send a super chat via, well, the chat. Again, I'll try to read through as much of chat as possible, but usually super chat's the best way to get questions or whatever answered, and yeah. Alright, before we get into the whole map prediction stuff, we had some breaking news out of Arizona a couple hours ago. The highest court in Arizona upholds a state 1864 total abortion ban. Yeah. There was a ban from 1864 that the state of Arizona had on abortion, and apparently the Arizona Supreme Court upheld it. So, if I'm not mistaken, abortion is banned outright in the state of Arizona. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe this means. Alright, so this broke like freaking 2 hours ago, and when I first saw it, I immediately got off Twitter because I knew, okay, it's gonna be a shit show either way. Now, I want to give my opinion on this real quick, but first we got a super chat. Rachel Maddow for 2. MAGA rap, so sorry for missing last night's stream. It's fine, but thanks for the super chat. So, here's what I will say about what happened in Arizona. The pro-life side of me thinks this is good. This is one of those issues where I think the court made the right decision, but at the same time, the timing of this is very, strange. Now remember, these are Doug Ducey Supreme Court justices. They're not freaking, whoever. This is Doug Ducey's picks for the state Supreme Court. And they had years to make this decision. But they waited till basically the last moment to make this decision. In an election year, when you have people like Kari Lake, people like Blake Masters, Donald Trump, running Arizona, and they blame MAGA for everything. And these are the same establishment hacks. They're called Trumpism, unelectable, and all of that crap. Well, now, they just, out of left field, decided to issue this order. I mean, I don't get why. They waited until the day after Trump made his abortion announcement. Did they seriously wait till Trump said something about it? Can you imagine for a second that they knew that Trump had the video planned, so they waited until the last possible millisecond to release the video? Really? The timing of that is impeccable. And you realize these are Doug Ducey buddies. These are people that Doug Ducey appointed. They're best friends with Ducey. And Doug Ducey hates Trump and vice versa. Would you really be shocked that these clowns spited Trump by waiting until the day after to make his abortion announcement to release this order? Because how long have they been sitting on this? I would have assumed they've waited a year or so. I mean, how long did this lawsuit occur for? I honestly don't know. From everything I could tell, they've waited on this for a while. If Arizona bans abortion, maybe the libs will move away. Well, that's the theory. That, okay, if you just ban abortion, the Democrats are just going to move out. That same thing happened in Texas. Remember that? A bunch of Democrats left the state after abortion was banned. Same thing in other swing states, or I should say, Sunbelt states. Yeah, they're swing states. But you get the point that these abortion bans short term, might cause some problems, but long term, it might force Democrats out of these states, force them to move to frickin' Colorado, New Mexico, or hell, go back to California. You know, it's like, that's the net positive, and of course, saving a bunch of the unborn. Those are the two things that are positive about this. But at the same time, it really makes you wonder, why the hell did they wait till the last second to release this order? And remember, these are Republicans, and they're not, MAGA types either. They're the establishment people that, oh, Trump's unelectable and Kari Lake is going to destroy the GOP. Oh, so we're going to release this order that, according to these same people, is unelectable. The day after Trump made a very good statement on abortion. This should have been done in 2025. I agree. This should have been done next year, or hell, even last year. The fact they waited until April of 2024 really makes you just wonder. And I don't think that's what happened here, but you cannot tell me with a straight face that this was a 100% coincidental thing. That they waited till Trump made his statement and then released this order that effectively bans abortion in Arizona. I don't know what to say. It's pathetic that we can even think like this, but that's the Republican Party. They're the party that would screw their own just to get petty points. That's who we're talking about. These are people that will not vote for Kari Lake, but vote for Ruben Gallego because of principles. I'm just baffled at this. And you got the reactions on Twitter. Did you guys see that? How people are losing their freaking minds over this. My goodness, both sides. It doesn't matter if you're pro-life or you're just someone that doesn't care about the issue. There's grifters on every side of this front. You have the clowns like Steve Deeses of the world that say, well, the Trump campaign's opposed to this, so he obviously supports abortion up to birth and all of that. And then you get the clowns that suddenly are pro-choice. Not just, we leave this to the states. There's some people that I thought were good people, they're conservatives or pro-life and all of that are against what Arizona did here. I mean, I don't get it. Why are some people now saying, again, and my opinion is it should be left to the states, but preferably you should restrict as much as possible. But there's some people now saying, well, actually, the issue of abortion is so bad that we're gonna be pro-choice on the issue. We're gonna just become Democrats on the issue. What's the freaking point? I don't get it. I really don't get what's happening, but that's a Republican Party. It goes both ways. It's pathetic. What was the law in question? Essentially dealt with an abortion ban from 1864, which I'm shocked they had a law all the way back then about it. But yeah, so apparently Arizona had a law 200 years ago, or 150 years ago, that banned abortion outright. And the state Supreme Court said, this is legal in the state of Arizona. And funny, you got people like Doug Ducey. Look at this. This is a Republican, mind you, who signed a 15-week abortion ban into law in 2022, said in a post on X, the social media platform, blah, blah, known as Twitter, that the ruling was not the outcome he would have preferred, and called on lawmakers to heed the will of the people and address the issue with a policy that is workable and reflective of our electorate. This is the Republican Party. This guy was the Lord and Savior for these electable people. These elect bros. What do you call them? The electability cult, whatever. Point is, they are now pro-choice. Because Trump is saying, they're just doing the opposite to spite Trump. They support restrictions to abortion for years. But now they're saying, actually, that's too far. We can't be part of the MAGA movement. Let's see here. I think overall this may actually be good thing morally and good electorally if Trump and Lake come out against it. Well, that's the thing that pissed off a lot of people. Trump, I don't think, said anything about it. I could be wrong, but I don't believe Trump said anything about this abortion ban. But Kari Lake outright said, maybe we shouldn't go through with this. Maybe we should have a common sense solution. Now, in my opinion, there is an effective way to get what everyone wants. You can restrict abortion, you can be seen as electable, and you don't have to worry about the 6-week ban. And this is my proposal. Force a referendum. Hear me out on this one. Force a referendum saying we will oppose or abolish this abortion ban at 6 weeks, but we will institute a 12-week ban in the state of Arizona, or 3 months, I should say. So, essentially, yeah, you're not going to get an outright ban, but you get further restrictions than beforehand, and you can be seen as electable. You're the common sense guy. Okay, instead of, outright banned, let's just say 12 weeks instead. I think they should do that. They should have a referendum saying we will get rid of this law if we replace it with a 12-week ban. What do you guys think? I think it's a smart move. It's a good idea, I would assume. Force Democrats to oppose it. Rachel Maddow for 5. As a staunch liberal, I disagree with Arizona's law, but my lord, isn't it base to resurrect the 1864 law from out of nowhere? MAGA Trump / Jeb Bush. Real. Let's see here. Most right-wing person in Utah be like transgender flag and trans flag. Yeah, so that's Utah Republican. Not that conservative. Pretty sad. Let's see what chat has to say on top of that. But yeah, I think they should do a referendum saying we will get rid of this law, but replace it with a 3-month ban. Who's against that? Honestly, who would be against that idea? Partisan Democrats, yeah, but the average person to look at this and say, oh, that's a common sense idea. Okay, instead of an outright ban, we make it 12 weeks. Fair enough. And it really takes issue off the table. I think the Trump statement alone, I think, did. But there are some questions about Arizona about, okay, how are some Democrats going to react to this announcement? Trump isn't the extremist on abortion. He makes the Democrats look extreme because they support abortion of the birth and even after birth. Yeah, that's a whole plan. But I think that's what they should do here. Say, either we have a 6-week ban or we have a 12-week ban. You support one of the two. But yeah, I think they got to focus in on late-term abortion. And say like Arizona makes sense. Say 15 weeks. That should be the limit in Arizona. Same thing in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan. Nevada's a bit more difficult, but you get what I'm saying. I think there should be a push for late-term abortion bans in these states. But then slowly try to go back to a outright ban. Like states like Alabama, I don't care. They can pass the outright ban. I support it. But a state like Arizona, I don't know if this is going to go good. It might force Democrats out of the state. Again, I support the ruling, but at the same time, I am a bit worried that Democrats are going to use this to take back the state legislature and just force through an extreme abortion law where abortion's allowed up to birth. Man Milk for 2. Sorry, I haven't been on. I turned 20 yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Man Milk. Thank you so much. Sussy Boy for 5. No, the legislature should and will fix it. Referendum is too complicated. Will give Democrats organizing powered momentum. I understand that fear that, okay, you do a referendum that might backfire, but at the same time, do you really trust Republicans in Arizona at the legislative front? I really don't trust them at all. I mean, you're talking about one of the most incompetent statewide parties, especially for a swing state. They're pretty bad. I just say force a referendum, make it a battle between 12 weeks and 6 weeks, or whatever this law says. I think it's actually an outright ban. Yeah. So, this bill actually eliminates abortion at any stage of the pregnancy, unless a patient's life is in danger. So, just say, okay, we either keep this or make it 6, 12 weeks, whatever. Sam adds for 5. There's a 15-week law in Arizona on the books that will go into effect if the total ban is repealed. I would just say, put it to a referendum. Just say, which one do the people of Arizona want? The 15-week ban or the outright ban? Just pick one of the two. I really think that's the electable choice. I know people are going to hate me for saying that, but you got to be smart with this. You know, you got to make sure, like, okay, what would you rather have? A 15-week ban or nothing? I mean, just common sense here. Again, in a perfect world, we can get a heartbeat ban everywhere, but it's just not gonna happen right now. Unless you're in Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, you're not gonna get that type of ban in a state like Arizona. So it's better to have a 15-week ban than nothing. Okay, I'll take Juan Ciscomani should run for governor of Arizona 2026. He's awful. No, he shouldn't. He's pretty bad. I mean, Ciscomani's statement on this issue is pathetic. Like, you could say, leave it to the people, have a referendum, whatever, but let me pull up what he said. Because this is the embodiment of the electable cult. These are the electable people. These are people that, or these are the electable people's favorite candidates. Someone like Ciscomani. Let me find this here. It was a pathetic statement. Okay, I gotta find the thing. Okay, Congressman Ciscomani. Here we go. So this is the statement of this guy, and I don't get why people like him, but this is what he said. Okay, my statement on abortion, or the Arizona ruling. Today's ruling is a disaster for women and providers. In Arizona, our 15-week law protected the rights of women in new life. It respected women and the difficult decision of ending a pregnancy. One will never personally experience and won't pretend to understand. As my record shows, I'm a strong supporter of empowering women to make their own healthcare choice, and I oppose a national abortion ban. Wait a minute. For women and providers. So not only just providers, not our women, I should say. He's talking about the abortion providers like Planned Parenthood. This is that's the guy that people like? We must do better for women. I call on our state policymakers to immediately address this in a bipartisan manner. Bipartisanship, aka screw your party over, give Democrats everything they want. Because you know what's going to happen here? They're not going to allow this bill to be repealed unless it removes the 15-week ban. You know damn well what's going to happen. Sussy Boy for 5, the Senate Pro Tempore released a statement. Their jobs are at risk. They'll get it done. They're Democrats going to drag their feet. They're going to demand either abortion allowed up to birth or whatever, or we're keeping the bill. And we're going to screw you over this fall. That's what they're going to do. Or they just wait out the clock. They're going to win either way on this issue. I just think the best way forward is a referendum. Rap, now that we looked at what Ciscomani said, let's see Kari Lake's response. Okay, the beef, fine. We'll bring up Kari Lake's thing. Okay. I gotta find it. Here we go. And I think this is a much better statement than Ciscomani's. In addition to covering the state of Arizona as a fair and honest journalist for 27 years, I've traveled to every corner of the state on the campaign trail, blah, blah, blah. I'm the only woman and mother in this race. I understand the fear and anxiety of pregnancy and the joy of motherhood. I wholeheartedly agree with Trump. This is a very personal issue that should be determined by each individual state or people. I oppose today's ruling, and I'm calling on Katie Hobbs, the legislator, to come up with an immediate common sense solution that Arizonans can support. Ultimately, Arizona voters will make the decision on the ballot come November. As your senator, I'll fight for baby bonuses, making adoption more accessible, strengthening the economy, protecting IVF, extending the tax credit, paid family leave, investing in childcare. That's much better than Ciscomani's, because it doesn't talk about freaking abortion providers and all of that. Now, I'm not a fan of saying we need a bipartisanship solution. Yeah, you're not going to get that with Hobbs. It's either they're going to wait till next year when they get the legislator, or they get everything they want now. Pick your poison. Pick your poison on that. Okay. Nationwide 15-week ban is sensible. I would say start at 24. Nationally, just say 24 weeks, so California can't allow it post-birth. New Jersey can't do the same. All of that. But then slowly move it towards, say, 20 weeks and 15 weeks. You got to be smart about this. Just say every 2 years, actually, new science says life begins at 20 weeks. No, actually, the science says 15 weeks. And then eventually 12 weeks. aka the rest of Europe. Okay, I don't think Kimberly Yu would be as good as people. Or hold on, would do as good as other people think. Yeah, she's overrated. All right, so either way, that's the statements of some people. Enough of the abortion stuff. I think it's time for an official prediction. We back to that? I think. Yeah. All right. So it's time for an updated house map prediction. I want to talk about Arizona real quick because that was a big announcement. Again, I still think they waited until Trump's announcement to do that, which should tell you everything about the Arizona Republicans. I mean, if that's what they're going to pull, just to spite Trump to say, well, abortion's so unelectable that we're going to make a decision that brings back a 150-year-old ban on abortion. Yeah, we're going to show MAGA that. We're going to show MAGA off. We're going to blame them for everything. I forgot all about the prediction. Yeah. So I forgot about it too, but I think we got to get into it. Okay. Planned Parenthood, whose sex education curriculum is borderline illegal. Yeah, Planned Parenthood is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Okay, let's start with, I would say Alaska. That's the first state. So, here's the reality of it. You're not going to win the seat out this year. I just don't think they will. The simple fact is, you're going to get Mary Peltola, who's endorsed by frickin' Murkowski. Of course she is. But she's a strong Democrat, very well liked, has a lot of funding behind her. You know, she could go down eventually, but she's going to hold on. It's pathetic that we have a Democrat in Arizona, or Alaska, but that is the Alaska Republican Party. More like Murkowski. Because of her, and which, by the way, she's just outright backing Democrats now. Because of her, Democrats have taken over Arizona, or Alaska. Again, God, Arizona. All the Arizona talk made me think about Arizona. Not good. Okay, Nick Bigich pledged to join the Freedom Caucus. Oh yeah, he's full of it. He's trying to win. He doesn't actually believe that crap. Buck Hunter 431 for 5. Nebraska Republican here, Jim Pillen, is likely to call a special legislative session to ensure the winner-take-all bill gets passed. I still don't know how he gets it passed. It doesn't sound like they got enough support, but hopefully he pulls it off. It'd be funny, but I don't think it happens. So yeah, I think Peltola holds on Alaska. Just maybe in a red wave you could take her down, but right now, good luck. Speaking of Arizona, finally to the state of Arizona. Okay. Let's start with Ciscomani. I think he barely holds on. This guy sucks. The fact that people think he's some electoral juggernaut when he won by what? A point and a half in a Trump or Biden plus 0.1 seat. You know, Juan Ciscomani is going to be the Republican nominee. Doesn't really have a challenger. He is going to get Engel again. And she was the nominee back in 2022. And we know now, yeah, if you run again, you tend to do worse. So I think he just wins because of that. As for Schweikert, he either goes down this cycle or next cycle. But what's going to probably save him this year is look at the Democrat field. Look at the Democrat primary. Republican primary, these are not serious candidates. They're not going to win. Schweikert's going to win primary easily. 2022, on the other hand, yeah, he did not do good. Look at the Democrat side. Look at this. Democrats have a complete and total shit show. It's a six-way circus. Bill Clinton got involved. You know, former governors, congressmen. It's a mess. So I think as of now, Schweikert should hold on. Barely, but I do think at the end of the day, he will hold on. Let's see. Peltola's from Alaska. I know I misspoke. Excuse me. But yeah, I think that overall, Schweikert and Ciscomani, they're going to hold on. Ciscomani might hold on in next cycle, but Schweikert, I think, is done. He might hold on this cycle. I think he does, just because the field is contested. But after this year, good luck. The seat is swinging to the left. Unless something crazy happens and then it completely reverses, which I guess could happen. He's just not going to win, though, unless that happens. Now we get to the one state that actually kind of matters. Arizona, yeah, these two seats. Democrats could theoretically win, but in my opinion, I actually forgot to include that district. In my opinion, California is the one state that, outside of New York, will determine the House. Imagine saying that 5 years ago. I mean, that's the reality of it. There are so many seats held by Republicans here that if they hold on to them, they're going to win the House, or more than likely going to hold on. Democrats, they got to flip a couple of these seats to have any shot of winning. Plus, they got to hope to God that a flip doesn't occur in California's 47th. So, let us start with the 13th. This is Duarte's seat. Where are you at? 13th. Here we go. Duarte did a lot better than expected in the primary. No one thought this was going to happen. He got 55% of the vote. Now, it was super low turnout, only 85,000 people voted. It was pathetic. But I'm starting to think that Duarte holds on. I'm not a fan of the guy. I think he sucks. But he did a lot better in the primary. Seems to be running a good campaign. I mean, he's outfunding Adam Gray 3-1, or outraising, I should say. And Adam Gray ran for this seat back in 2022. And I'm starting to wonder, running twice in a row, I don't think that's a benefit. That's, I think, a negative. Because the more you run the same seat, you keep losing over and over again. Like, some candidates win and come back, but if you run back-to-back elections like Adam Gray is doing, I don't think he holds up. I don't think he wins. The more I think about it, that primary result, though, really threw everything out of whack for the seat. So, it also is trending Republican. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Duarte holds on. Right now, I think he's a slight favorite. He's done, I think, in 2026, but going against Adam Gray again, he's the incumbent. He did a lot better in the primary, has some money behind him. He should hold on, theoretically. If he loses, is it really a loss? I don't think so, but we just got to see. Duarte might hold on. Yeah, I agree. I think he holds on barely, by like a point or so, but 2026, I think he gets thrown out. Just got to see. APL ran back-to-back elections in 2020, 2022. Well, that's a little bit different. That's the first, I think in 2020 was a more Democrat seat. And didn't she run against non-incumbent in the second time? So it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm talking about back-to-back race, the same seat, the same everything, same candidates, same incumbent, etc. Usually, if you have that circumstance, the incumbent holds on. Usually. Same thing happened to Mike Garcia. Remember, who did he keep running against? I forgot her name. She kept losing by a larger and larger margin. Every time Democrats on Twitter said, oh, Mike Garcia is going to lose, he's DOA, he wins by a wider margin. So yeah, she ran against Christ. Yeah, so that's a different circumstance. It's an incumbent, more Democrat seat. That's a completely different race. Yeah, Christy Smith, thank you. A meme. How do you lose? I mean, how do you do that much better in a blue, or not a blue wave, in a midterm when the rest of the candidates did worse, or the rest of the Republican Party did far worse? It's kind of bizarre, but Christy Smith. Yeah, Christy Smith was pretty bad. That's a free gift to us that we are able to win Mike Garcia's seat easily now, but we'll get to Garcia's seat in a second. Valadao. Ooh. Who's he running against again? Yeah, runner-up. What is up with Democrats are running like losers again? Wasn't their whole arguments of like, hey, we don't run losers, we run only winners? Look at the primary result. Valadao got 32% of the vote. Chris Matthews got 22%. For a while there, it looked like, okay, we might end up with 2 Republicans in the swing district. It didn't happen, but Valadao I think right now is a favorite. Slight favorite. Okay, in their defense, Ellis is pro Second Amendment, I guess. I'm just saying, like, Valadao is going against the same candidate, did a lot better in the primary this time, and Republicans got a significant share of the vote. And what's the fundraising looking like? I'm actually curious. Okay, yeah. $2.2 million raised to Salas's $700,000, and he has nothing left. Yeah. That's why I think that Valadao wins. That number right there. He has no money left. Plus, we don't know what's happened at the top of the tick with Garvey. Thank you for bringing that up, whoever that was. Steve Garvey, if he's really going to lose by only like 15 to 20, which I think it's closer to 20, that's a big swing. That's a significant ordeal. Like, hey, I mean, instead of losing by 30, you lose by 20 statewide. That's a 10-point swing in many of these districts. So, yeah. Can you talk about Maine's presidential poll? I didn't see any poll today. Mike Garcia, I think, just holds on. Young Kim should hold on. Michelle Steele. I'm just kind of glancing over these because, I mean, no, not 46, the 45th. These districts, you know that, yeah, whoops, wrong one. You just know that they're going to go Republican. The only reason I bring them up, excuse me. I'm having a hard time today. The only reason I bring them up is technically they are like Biden districts. What is this one? Yeah, Michelle Steele's is Biden +6. Young Kim is Biden +2. But we know that these two are pretty big overperformers. Yeah, the 40th, for example. Let's see here. Yeah. So, Young Kim ended up with 56% of the vote. Yeah. 4-1 fundraising advantage. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Rap, I also forgot to mention Jim Pillen in Nebraska was talking about redistricting Nebraska second to be more Republican. Really? Is that real or is that bullshit? I'm very curious about it. Because if they are actually trying to make the district more Republican, hey, we can maybe get rid of Don Bacon and get someone halfway good there. Ken Calvert. Oh, God, this guy. I thought this lazy pile of crap fixed his campaign. I thought he was campaigning this time, but no. He barely got 53% of the vote. Did worse than Steele, Young Kim, despite having a Republican district. This clown is lucky that he's an incumbent. If it wasn't for that, he probably would lose. And he's going against Will Rollins. Run up to the district in 2022, of course. Ken Calvert might be the most pathetic campaigner I have ever seen. Has he done anything? Has he learned? I thought, oh, he's going to campaign this time after barely winning 2022. Nope. But I think at the end of the day, with how Republican his district is, it's R+1. He should win. Right? Surely he holds on. Let's see. Calvert is in some trouble, but again, he is the favorite candidate. Oh, yeah. He is a favorite. Barely, but he is. He's only saving grace to the Latinos in Corona and Riverside. It's just pathetic that you have a R+1 district, which in California, that's like R+40. I mean, look at like D+2, D+12. This is the holy grail seat for him. And he somehow messes it up every single year. I don't get it. I don't get what he's trying to accomplish, but we just got to see. But now, time for the one seat everyone wants me to talk about, California 47th. There's a chance. There is a chance Scott Baugh can somehow pull this off. Republicans combine for, what is that? If I do the math correctly, just under 50% of the vote. But Dave Min is by far the weakest candidate Democrats could have got. He is bad. He has a lot of crap on him, DUIs, not a good campaigner from what I've heard. And Scott Baugh is a strong recruit. Now, here's the problem, though. This is the big problem with this seat. you are talking about a D plus, what is it? D plus 11 district. So it's not going to be this super easy seat to flip. But at the same time, Bao nearly won in 2022 against Katie Porter. Now he's going to get a weaker candidate in the same district. So, DUI Dave. AIPAC will spend millions in this race against Min. I still think it's slightly favored to Democrats just because of the partisan lean of the seat, but they might be in trouble there. The fact that we could win Katie Porter's seat, it would be glorious, but I still gotta just wait and see on the seat. I mean, you're talking about a big ask of Scott Bao. Could he do it? Yeah, but AIPAC is back about. Yeah, so Dave Min said some really fascinating stuff about Israel, so. What's your feeling to Masters win the primary? I think he does. I've heard that his campaign's looking pretty good. So. Hot take, it flips. The problem is, it's like, Scott Bao, I just think, if this was like a Bynum plus 8 district, he would win, but Bynum plus 11? I don't know. I really don't know about this one. We gotta see, though. I can see him winning. I'm not saying that there's a 0% chance he wins, but that's a wait-and-see district. Dave Min is a Mondale Jones level bad. Look at his website. Okay. Should we go look at his website real quick? I'm actually curious. People are saying look at his website. Okay. Dave Min. How bad is Min's website? Please be pretty bad. What's his issues page like? Okay, on the issues. Alright. First thing, reproductive rights. There are no compromise when it comes to women's access to abortion and contraception. Women should have full autonomy over their bodies and their ability to make their own healthcare decisions. Full stop. Good lord. Are you freaking kidding me? Extremist MAGA judges who are rewriting the Constitution to attack the rights of women. This is the first that he starts with? Reproductive rights. That is... I understand it's a Biden plus 11 seat, but really? Gun violence prevention. I'm proud to earn a F rating from the NRA. My goodness, this is just climate change, democracy. The January 6th insurrection was horrifying. It has become clear that this was not a peaceful protest gone awry, but rather the coordinated effort of Donald Trump and his closest supporters to try to utilize the powers of the presidency, coupled with fake electors and violence, overturn the 2020 election. Oh, man. This is a Twitter rant, yeah. This is not a campaign website. What is this? I have not only been outspoken in fighting back against voter suppression and book bans, but I have also introduced legislation to crack down on these anti-democratic efforts. Hold up. I've authored a bill authorizing our Secretary of State to remove candidates from our ballots who have committed insurrection. Back-to-back lines. He says we have to stop anti-democratic efforts, and then says we gotta kick our opponents off the ballot. Bro. This is the Democrats recruit. We have to fight for democracy by kicking people off the ballot. My goodness. This is real. Yeah, he was arrested. What else is here? Housing, good lord, what does it say? Nothing interesting. Damn it. Okay, what about protecting survivors of domestic? Oh, good lord, why is this a thing? Who is Jane? Oh, his wife. You work with Jane. Wait a minute. You're gonna use your wife as an expert at domestic violence. Man Milk for 2. I challenge John Willard to explain how Blake almost lost by 4. What does that say? I'm sorry, but if you send the actual chat, I can read it. Yeah, my goodness. I can't believe he has to use his wife as an expert at domestic violence and sex abuse. What does that sound like to you? My goodness. This is the Democrats' candidate? I thought he just had a DUI problem. And of course, standing up to MAGA extremists. What does this say? Even here in California, we've seen MAGA politicians hijack local school boards and city councils. I challenge Man Milk for 5. I challenge John Willard to explain how Flake almost lost 4 years ago before Trump appeared. Arizona has always been an anti-right state, not a leftist one. Burr wasn't the exception, McCain Kyle wasn't. Yeah. Arizona's definitely a bizarre state. Least insane California Democrat. What is this? At the same time, we've also seen a sharp rise in hate here in the Orange County and across the country, including the anti-Asian hate, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and anti-LGBTQ plus hate. I've held or participated in over 150 panels, roundtables, and other events organized to try to speak out against rising hate. In Congress, I'll try to stand for marginalized communities and stand up to the MAGA extremists, both in Washington, D.C. and here at home. This guy's nuts! What does freaking LGBT stuff have to do with MAGA extremists and then anti-Semitism? What? The people that support Israel are, the people that support Israel, they're mostly Republicans. What, education, no. What does it say? Let's see. I'm proud to be the only candidate in this race who sends his own kids to public schools, and to be the only candidate backed by the major pro-education groups, including the National Education Association and the American Federation of Teachers. I don't think it's a good idea to tout this endorsement when the favorability of, like, teachers are all-time low. I don't think this is a good idea. Speedrunning losing a Biden plus 11 district. Okay. Let's see. I emphasize the policy goals of inclusion and equity behind these policies. I think more data analysis, must be gathered before we engage in massive policy change that could harm a generation of students. So what does freaking equity have to do with schooling? Unfreaking believable. I might just flip this race because of this website. What the hell is this? Who made this? Real Texas Politics has been a member for 21 months. This guy will be a literal dictator in the House. Oh, yeah. This is pathetic. Good Lord. He might win that seat because of Dave Min. He might be the new meme of the cycle. Oh, my goodness. So his focus is on friggin' MAGA and January 6th. Okay, let's move on, because I'm just stunned. I have nothing to say about that. Colorado, okay. So, I think Colorado 8th holds for Democrats. It should flip. It is right trending a little bit, but I still think that Republicans just need someone decent. And from everything I could tell, they got absolutely no one worth a damn here. What is this, District 8? Yeah. Let's see, who do they got? Yeah, what is this? State representatives. AKA doesn't matter. The fundraising advantage, good Lord. Yeah, so I think that's Democrat. As for Boebert's former seat, I think it just holds on because, what's that clown's name again? Let's see, Adam Frisk, yeah. The only reason that he did so good last time was because of Boebert. Yeah, he has a lot of money behind him, but his whole campaign was, stop Lauren Boebert. Now he's just going against some generic Republican. So, I think Bobert's former seat holds on. Sam Madison for 5. Also about Arizona. Only voted to ban gay marriage in 2006 by 3 points. On the same night that Wisconsin voted to ban it by 19. Yeah. Arizona was never this super conservative bastion. It never was. It was barely conservative. But don't know. Didn't Boebert win her primary? Well, that's a separate ordeal. And it looks like we might get someone to join the stream. Hold on. Republicans need to stop talking about abortion. Well, talk about the extremes of abortion, I would say. Then talk about what Democrats support. Because here's the reality of it. You know, Democrats have the extreme position on abortion, but you gotta talk like that. You gotta say, like, Democrats are the ones that want late-term abortion. They want abortion post-birth and all of that. All that crap, so. Pale for 2. Rap, did we do for, North Carolina, Virginia, or are we doing alphabetical? We're doing alphabetical. Actually, we got a couple people that just joined. We have Real Texan Politics.
What's up?
Welcome to the stream, good sir.
Thank you.
Not Tyrone. It's Texan person, but it's not Tyrone. So, close enough. Please.
Oh, goodness. That guy in California. I mean, that's literally the guy from Maryland that's running. I mean, and by the way, he's guaranteed to be in Congress.
Oh, yeah, that January 6th officer, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about that when we get to Maryland, we can.
Yeah, I might talk with that.
We can talk about that at length, because I mean, he's running in the Baltimore suburbs, like Columbia. He's a shoo-in.
Yeah, that's just pathetic. But all right, Colorado, nothing to say about. Connecticut, same deal. I'm not really gonna talk about that.
Why did they still have Colorado's furthest vote? Oh wait, they do say it.
Yeah, I think Colorado third just goes Republican, barely, but.
Yeah, I mean, what's with that Ron Hanks guy that's running though?
Ron Hanks is a meme, but I think just Adam Frisk's entire thing was Boebert bad. That was an entire campaign strategy. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, once Boebert announced she was switching districts, I posted a campaign update meme for Frisch. And...
Yeah, I just think that he's not going to win this time. 2022 is his chance. I'm still shocked about that result, but okay, Florida. Nothing to really say here either. I mean, I think these seats get more competitive the 9th and the 23rd. I mean, did you see the voter registration stuff? It's like more and more Republican.
Those balls about to flip. That's hilarious.
Hold on, we actually got we got Trump 2024 enjoyer that just joined. Your mic is low.
Oh. Is this better?
No, it's still quiet.
1 second.
And someone else that joined, so where's Tyrone?
Okay, how about now?
You're good. Okay, welcome to the stream, good sir.
Okay. Hey, Rap. Yeah, I was just saying that, yeah, I think that Florida votes to the right of 2022 this year.
Really?
DeSantis, I doubt it, but...
Yeah, I think Trump wins by about 20.
Well, that's
about where I'm at.
You know, I can see that in like 4 years, but this cycle, I don't know. I mean...
Yeah, the dam is broken. It's gonna be like... It's gonna resemble like those southern swings you'd see like against Obama.
You know, I could see it like so you're saying like a 15-point swing basically, or 15 or 16.
Yeah, maybe 17.
Okay, so a couple questions. First off, what do you think about the 4-15 primary? Because it looks like DC Drano's going to enter. And the other thing is, what did you put for Arizona?
So Arizona, I just have Schweikert and Ciscomani holding on barely. I just
Ciscomani statement on the abortion stuff.
He sucks.
Like,
but,
sounded like a resist lib.
Yeah. You know, it's like Ciscomani can just go away, but he's gonna hold on, I think.
Yeah.
But I think with Florida though, I mean, I think these seats do flip at like 2026 or 2028, but this cycle I think it's a stretch. I just don't see a 15-point swing happening here. I can see like a 5-point swing or 10-point swing, but
I think it's going to be pretty easy. I mean, my rationale is that Florida, well, partly it's that Florida is historically immune to wave years, and 2022 is not going to be an exception to that, even with how well Republicans performed. I think that it's pointing towards just a complete collapse of the Democratic Party there.
Well, I think it's one of those things where the party registration data indicates what you're saying, though. That's a crazy thing, but I gotta seek to believe it. Like, I'm like, okay, I gotta be careful what I say about Florida, but...
Nah, I think anything, if Trump does less than maybe 12%, as this margin, I'd consider it like a bad night for Trump. Like, he has to win Florida by 12 or more percent, in my opinion, for him to like do decent at least. That's where I'm at.
Alex Charisco.
Like, if it's likely margin territory, then it's already over, and he probably lost like North Carolina.
I don't know, but I wouldn't go that far, but we just gotta see though, because like the whole thing with Florida is like, okay, if Trump really gets DeSantis numbers, then yeah, he's gonna win Florida by 20, obviously, but I just still gotta see to believe it. You know, I don't know.
He's about to read it, you guys. Come on.
Rob is mid.
Alex Charisco for 5. I don't think for a second Trump is a shot. Even if he wins the electoral college, they'll just bribe the electors. And if that doesn't work, he'll be extracted. I think if he wins by a lot, doesn't really matter. Would they try?
I should mention there's people that think Florida's 15-foot flip if anyone but Laurel Lee is the nominee.
Are you freaking serious?
Oh, yeah, it's the DeSimps and
oh, yeah, of course.
The Electabros and whatnot. I mean, do you think DC Drano would probably win the primary if you
I
ran?
think he's just a schizophrenic, but he's kind of a meme also, so... I should say schizophrenic,
Yeah.
just a meme.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never like seen an influencer do very good in an election, aside from Ryan Cook.
I could see,
Oh, good lord.
I could see Drano winning just because he'll probably get the Trump endorsement.
Yeah. I mean, might be better than Laura Lee, I guess, but that's not really saying much.
Also, Brussowitz isn't running.
Yeah, and thank God for that. Oh, I did not want to deal with him. Bailey Smagler for 5. How much do you think the Florida abortion vote outruns Trump by? I think 10 points. 5 to 10. I don't see it outrunning him by like 30.
I do.
Really? 30 points?
Yeah. Florida is a very pro-abortion state.
You just gotta see. I mean, 30 points. Which, under the, let's say he somehow wins by 20, technically that wouldn't be enough for him to win, or for it to win, because it has to be like, I think it has to succeed by 20 points or whatever, so.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a huge ticket split. That's my opinion.
Let's see here. Man Milk for 2. Rufus or Fungus, which would you rather have on you? Neither. Sounds disgusting either way. Okay. Let's go to Illinois. Friggin' Sorensen's gonna win. That's not even... I mean, the only thing he has is a gay Democrat, but he's gonna win because of it. The fact that that's a fair district according to people, but like Florida's map is a gerrymander is like, yeah, sure, buddy. But I think the 17th goes Republican or Democrat, I should say.
Did Illinois get sued and then they threw out the lawsuit or something?
They just basically said, "Screw you, I'm not gonna do anything. What are you gonna do about it?" Same thing in Indiana's first. What?
I know New Mexico, they threw out the lawsuit.
Yeah, they did. Bailey Spangler for 2 and needs 60%. Yeah, so if Trump is winning the state by 10 to 15, let's just say, I don't think it gets a 60% of the vote. I just don't see that happening.
Hello, what'd I miss?
Oh, nothing. We're talking about the House prediction. We just got done with Indiana, because that's just nothing interesting ever happens there. Iowa. Zach Nunn's gonna win. Does anyone really think Nunn's gonna lose? Thank you.
No.
I mean,
I think we do better in the House.
What?
I think we do better in the House as a whole this year.
Like, we gain more seats?
I have to ask real quick, what did you guys put for Scott Buzz's district?
Scott,
because he's going to win.
I after seeing his website, the Democrats' website, I might flip it back Republican. I don't freaking know. That's just pathetic.
I want to point out that in 2022, the lean in the primary for that district, it basically nailed the margin in the general, and in the primary this year it was R+3, and there's no incumbent in that seat now as well.
I mean, let me see what's even in the district. I'm pretty sure Irvine's in the district, and I feel like the Liberals in Irvine would.
No, it's an Orange County district.
Yeah.
I know it's Orange County. I could have sworn Irvine was in it though.
I think partially it is.
Explore Bear for 4. He may lose because of suburban white hose. That's a theory, but the polls say otherwise. He's actually better with white women, so.
I just feel like the Irvine.
Zach Nunn. Wait, are we talking about California's district or Iowa?
We can go back to California for a second because I guess it's like a debate. Sure.
Oh yeah, it is a lot of Irvine in that district. Yeah, I feel like the resist lives in Irvine. They would eat that shit up.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we gotta stop the MAGA extremists. Yeah, his website basically said, yes, we need to protect democracy by kicking off people from the ballot. That's what he said.
These people in Irvine, they support abolishing the death penalty, except for the January 6 people.
Yeah, so I mean, just
I think based off what we have, it's fair to put it as red right now.
You know, my fear is though, I don't know. I mean, I just fear that the Democrats are gonna love. Well, it's actually pretty even. So.
Yeah, I think if that's so, then let me check 22.
I'm gonna say
what's the number for the district?
47th.
What's 47? It was a 40.
But I mean, if he wins that, still laugh.
My God. Okay, in 2022, Boz spent $3 million. Porter spent $28 million. Yeah, Boz winning. Come on.
Wait, what?
Boz winning.
Okay.
Let's just rip the band-aid off.
Katie Porter was a fundraising juggernaut.
That's
I know firsthand because I used to live in her.
So I want to be clear though, this could change. This could absolutely change. We're 7 months away from the election, but I didn't realize it was that bad. I thought it was like 2-1, not freaking. What is that, 10-1?
I mean, it could narrow by the time election day comes, since I think Democrats were more competitive with each other in the primary. So,
yeah, there were two. There was Joanna Weiss.
But as of now,
they wanted Joanna Weiss to be the Democratic nominee. But
they did not want Dave Min. I know that.
Yeah, because he has a DUI, and he did it in a government-owned vehicle as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot DUI Dave.
And he has the fascinating website where he's saying we gotta protect democracy by kicking people off the ballot.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if it's even, then that's not what Open Secrets has. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
Updated.
Let's go to.
I should mention this is the Biden 11 seat though, so
that's the one thing. But it's like okay, if we're in a
2020 margins don't even mean that much. Especially when
I mean,
Trump's gonna do a good amount better this year.
There's a lot of Asians in this district, though.
Yeah, but I think Dave was just insane. I don't think it really matters.
The Asians will vote for Trump.
45th is like
and first Scott.
Okay, let's go to. I think it's actually which one's next? Maine. I think
Golden's
down.
After
where do you get even spending for the 47th? I don't see that.
I thought it was even spending, unless I read it wrong.
I see a lot more for the Dem right now.
Are you talking about Derek Tran?
I'm seeing bought 300K and at a UI Dave
fundraising.
1,500,000.
I've been raised.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm a little out of it. Yeah, it is even.
Yeah, so he actually, I mean, Min has no money on hand. That's bad. $220,000. Good.
He spent it all on the primary.
He won.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so let's go to Maine second. I think Golden goes down the cycle. I think this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I mean, Trump's on the ballot.
I view that race as a toss-up
against him. There's the NASCAR guy against him, and he also switched his position on guns.
And I think did the NASCAR guy get the Trump endorsement too?
Yep.
I mean, I know he's got like House leadership behind him.
Yeah, Trump endorsement. That's right.
Yeah, let's say Trump wins Maine second by maybe 14%, being kind of conservative.
That's too much for Golden to win by. I mean, that's just
it might be a bit much for him.
I personally see it as a toss-up for now.
I think even a Trump plus 7 or 8 district would be too much. That's what it currently is.
Yeah.
So,
well, Trump won it by I think 6. It was between 6 and 7 in 2020.
Okay, let's just say he does 4 points better at the bare minimum. You know, he wins by 10. I don't think Golden wins in that scenario, but the polls in Maine show like a 10-point swing. You know, it's like don't know.
What was Golden's margin in 22 again, or in 2020? I forget.
Golden won by like 5 or 6.
I forget. It was like. It was still in 2018. It was he won likely in 2020, I believe, and Trump won the district likely. So I mean that's a big gap.
Yeah,
I think
especially with ranked choice.
The gun stuff I think is gonna screw him over though. Because that was stupid what he
Maybe.
said.
Because that's a big issue up there, and he changed from being pro-gun to being from being
to a
anti-gun
degree.
control to pro-gun control. So he won
You
by
talking about,
he won by
Maryland?
6. He won by 6 in 2022.
I guess you could
won
say
by
it leans
he
all
won
right
by
now.
I think
he won by almost the exact same margin in 2020, and then in 2018 he won by 1. So in the last 2 elections, he's won by the exact same margin. It was actually only 0.1% off from each other.
No, I do think though it could change, you know, fundraising and all that. But I think that it's right now. I think Republicans got to recruit here. That's the thing he's running on, just guns. That's basically the only thing he runs on right now. So.
And then also he has the name recognition from
Yeah.
NASCAR.
Okay. Oh, good Lord, Maryland. Okay, what district is this clown in?
Well, I was also going to refer. Well, I also wanted to talk about the 6th because David Trone is. Well, it's an open race now, so.
Yeah, David Trone. See, I still think he's Democrat, but
Dan Cox is running for that district, by the way.
I think Democrats hold on there. But
Dan Cox, like
Probably.
California Dan Cox.
It's basically.
No,
Jerry.
the guy that ran for governor in 22.
I thought the guy carpetbagged.
Okay, what's that clown's name? The January 6th officer. What's his?
I don't know, but it's in the
I
first.
think isn't it like Dunn or something? His last name is like
we
Dunn.
gotta talk with this clown because this guy is freaking insufferable.
This guy is going to be the worst member of the House upon election.
Oh God, what district is it? Harry Dunn. That's right. There's like 15 people running here.
The 3rd district.
Oh God, what's his issues page looking like? Oh no.
This is a January 6th office. It's going to be democracy. It's going to be MAGA
Oh
extremism.
no. Oh hell no. This is bad. Okay, I got the website here. You think Dave Min's website was bad enough? Talking about how his wife's an expert in sex abuse and stuff. You think that's bad? Behold, everyone. The first thing is Harry Dunn's plan to protect the people's democracy. The second thing, strengthening democracy. The first two things, the same thing.
Democracy, Chesapeake Bay, yada
Oh,
yada. Okay, whatever.
The first thing
This guy is going to make Adam Schiff look like I don't even know.
The events on January 6th had a profound impact on all Americans. The violence of the United States Capitol shook our nation and reminded us that democracy is not a given. It must be protected by smart laws, honorable lawmakers, and brave citizens who will stand up for our Constitution. Harry Dunn was there on that fateful day. He knows exactly what's at stake in this election.
By the way, I believe he got endorsed by Adam Kinzinger.
What the hell is this? How long is this? It keeps going. This is
Which democracy one is?
The first one. It just keeps going.
Holy shit.
Election
intimidation. No wonder
this
guy is going to be a money machine.
No, we gotta deal with this guy for 50 years. No.
Will Harry Dunn underperform Dementia Joe in November? No.
Mammal 2, Harry Dunn underperformed Dementia Joe. No, there's no way.
Harry Dunn has not been endorsed by Adam Kinzinger. He was endorsed by Jasmine Crockett, Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell, and Betty Trump.
He didn't. Well, okay. I don't think it was an endorsement, but I think Adam Kinzinger praised him, and he'll probably end up endorsing him later on.
What is this? Harry's the grandson of an election poll worker and judge. Why does it matter? He's an election worker. What?
I'm almost certain this guy is going to be like one of the top 10 most funded candidates.
Oh my goodness.
For like the entire House.
This is just insane.
And yeah, by the way, this district is Columbia, Maryland, Annapolis, basically the rich Baltimore suburbs. This is resist lib territory.
What's the strength? This is part.
Yeah, this guy is basically this guy's at a cakewalk to the nomination.
Bro.
Actually, he may even be unopposed. I gotta check.
You know, there's like 50 people.
No, he's not. There's a lot of people running. Okay, there's no polling.
Look at this primary, though, people. There's like 20 people running. What is this?
Again, he's gonna be a shoo-in. It's a January 6th guy running in the resist lib suburbs. It's basically over. He's gonna be in Congress.
Oh wait, no, people. No, there has.
What, James? You cut out.
Let me see if there's another person with high profile.
So either way, this freaking guy is going to be in Congress. If he's in Congress, that's going to be awful.
He's going to be. Honestly, one of his first things he's probably going to do is making January 6th a national holiday.
Yeah, probably. So it's
Like, by the way, that was an actual bill. Like, I had joked about that for a while. I didn't realize till actually very recently that there was an actual bill that was proposed in the House to make January 6th a national holiday called Democracy Day. Funny enough, it was actually proposed by Dean Phillips.
Really?
Yep. And I think
Dean
some
Phillips.
other people. I think one of the some of the resist libs on Twitter as well.
I just
but
can't believe your entire campaign is I was there on January 6th. I arrested the MAGA extremists, and my father worked in elections. That's your freaking life story? I mean,
okay, looks like there is two. Okay, there's a lot. Holy shit, there's a lot of candidates running.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a socialist running that got Bernie endorsements. There's another guy named Mike Rogers. Let's see. There's Sarah Elfreff, who's he looks like he's got. She has the pro-Israel America endorsement. And
either way, though, it's just like that. If we
get Harry Dunn, I think Harry Dunn's gonna be the nominee easily because he's got the resist lib money. He's got the resist lib vote.
All right, so now let's talk about Michigan because there actually are
one more thing for Maryland because we actually got another elephant in the room, and that's in the 2nd district with Kim Klacik.
Oh no! Don't give her a dime. Don't even think about it. No, don't give her anything.
MAGA Kim Klacik is on the ballot again.
Yeah, she's running again.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be the nominee as well.
Don't give her a dime. Give her negative money. Make her pay for a campaign.
How much did she overperform Trump in 2020? Wasn't it a lot?
Like what, 5 points? I don't know.
All right, so time for Michigan. So John James gonna win. He sucks, but he's gonna win. But what?
I think it's like a Lenar race, to be honest.
Yeah. So James gonna hold on. What about Slotkins and Kildee? Both of them are not running again. Well, Slotkins.
You know what? I'm gonna say this with the turnout gonna be absolute shit among progressives. I think both of them are gonna flip. I mean, let's see. Kildee's in Saginaw. Trump's gonna win Saginaw County, and I think that's a flip from last time.
Well, Kildee's.
I think the 7th. I think the 7th will go as of now. The 6th, I'm less sure of.
You mean the 8th?
I wish the 8th on the ballot would help, but she's also pro-Israel.
No.
It's not gonna help.
I think Slotkin's gonna win. Her Slotkin's seat's gonna flip. I should say. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm saying Slotkins. I think Slotkins flips red, but the Flint district I'm less sure of. I'd consider it maybe a toss.
I think it depends on the nominee because
I think the trend in the 8th are probably more favorable to us though than the ones in the 7th.
Michigan 7th. Who's running Michigan 7th? Oh yeah, Michigan 7th is a shit show.
I mean, you got Saginaw, you got Midland, you got Bay City.
But we almost always do better in the 7th. I don't think there's anything to suggest we have a better chance at the 8th.
Now, the 8th is a shit show or primary.
The 7th, the 7th is a district that it's Trump Biden, while the 8th is Clinton Biden.
Well,
it's always been to the right of it.
I'm just saying though, it's like Michigan's 8th though. It's a shit show or primary. You have like 10 people running.
I mean, well, the Democrats also have a primary between Kirsten McDonald-Rivet and Pamela Pugh.
Please. Oh, the mayor of Flint, Michigan. Yes! Run him! Oh, he was elected after the fact.
Yeah, Sheldon. Sheldon.
Was in the district too. Okay. That's basically 4 mid-sized cities that are all trending.
Well, yeah, the district is just Flint, Saginaw, Bay City, and Midland.
Wanted that to be the Flint mayor of 10 years ago. God damn it. Oh well. Close enough.
The former mayor of Flint is also running, Matthew Collier.
I think considering Trump,
I support him.
Oh well, no, but he was before the water crisis happened. He was back in the 80s.
Damn it. Well, so much for that plan.
I'm just gonna say this: based on polling, it's looking good for Trump. I think we're gonna see some pretty good rightward trends in the 8th district. I think it flips. I think both of them flip.
I think the 7th flips, but the 8th just stays Democrat for now. Just for now.
Let me look at the primary.
Okay, so Michigan, I think we got that sorted out. Minnesota's nothing to talk about there. Montana.
I mean that primary with the district.
Well, the Minnesota, the primary stuff, I don't really care about.
Can I say something for Montana real quick?
Yeah,
I have a bit of a long-term prediction. I think Tester loses in the Senate, and I think if they get him to run for Zinke's seat in 2 years from now, I think he would flip it.
I don't think Tester runs again if he loses.
If he was willing, I think if he was willing to run for that House seat, they'd be stupid not to run him. It'd be a free flip.
Oh yeah, no, he would run if he wanted to, but
apparently,
I just wanted to say that.
Apparently, Michigan's Zave has an R+1 PVI, which means nothing, obviously, but.
Zinke's not in trouble though, right now.
See, I think that Montana though, I think Zink holds on. He better hold on if he freaking loses. How much did he win by last time? Like 2?
It was a lean margin.
He won by 3.
This
He
freaking
underperformed
guy.
Trump by 4.
It was by 4.
3. It was by
Yeah,
3.
he underperformed by. He won by 3. I said he underperformed Trump by 4.
On New York Times, Zinke 50%, Treno 46. I might just be rounding though.
47. No.
Rounding. He won. I have a spreadsheet. He won by 3.6 or 3.16.
Okay, but either way, it's like this
He
guy
won by
sucks.
3 and not 4.
Okay, let's see here.
He wins either way.
Nebraska. So apparently someone in the chat was talking about Nebraska, but apparently Pillen wants to do redistricting. That's the rumor.
I'm just gonna say it now. Bacon's winning.
I think Bacon holds on right now. But
Oh yeah, I think Bacon wins.
I personally think that a lot of Connie T has him losing just because they don't like him, but I don't think it's intellectually fair to have him losing.
I mean, also there's but I don't think redistricting is going to succeed because even though there was a party switch, Republicans have been struggling even since then to get their bills passed in Nebraska.
Loser party,
and they've been still getting blocked. So
I mean,
I don't
like
because what happened last time was Democrats filibustered until the Republicans agreed not to split the counties that Omaha and Lincoln are in, and I just don't think they're really going to be able to get much of a better configuration without splitting those 2 counties and also like going by incumbent demands.
Let's just hope that Trump is able to flip a Rust Belt state, because if he only flips Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, he's losing because of Nebraska Republicans.
By the way, wouldn't it be too late to redistrict right now?
No.
For this, it depends on when the filing deadline is.
I don't know, but it depends how fast they go. If it's like next week they get it, maybe they could get through.
Well, they only have only a couple days left in the session.
Well, apparently Pilden wants to do a special session, so
I doubt the winner take all is going to go through, though.
I don't think so. It's just freaking clowns in Nebraska.
It's the Reagan worshippers, basically.
Nevada. How are we feeling about this state? The 3 Democrat seats.
I think they blue for now. Though actually, we have pretty good funding in the first. Last I checked.
I forgot which seats Marty running in.
The Halo guy.
That's against Susie Lee.
Yes, I might.
Halo guy is the third.
Not the fourth. The third. The third is the one.
We could flip the third. We could flip the fourth.
So
it's a stacked primary though.
So the first, I think we have the best chance of winning. I think. Yeah, because this Fleming Larson guy, whoever the hell this guy is, he's raised 1.5 million, but it's a lot of self-funding. But either way, he has a lot more money than the Democrat. Susie Lee, I should say, or Titus, I should say. I don't know about this one. I think all 3 say Democrat, but barely. I think it barely.
They're all competitive though.
Oh yeah, I think Republicans.
It's hard to say how they vote for now. It also trumps how. I mean, it depends how Trump's gonna do. I mean, I think he definitely wins at least 2. He wins 3 out of the 4 districts at least.
We just gotta
see what's up with the 3rd district. So, what is the candidates? So, Elizabeth Helgelian. That's the Freedom Caucus. That's the Freedom Caucus person. She's got the Gates and Mills endorsements. That's my pick. Although, where's the Halo guy? Oh, that's Martin O'Donnell.
That's Martin O'Donnell.
We want Marty in Congress. Get him in there.
I'm still with Elizabeth for now because I don't know how Marty's gonna be on the issue.
Marty's just like chill. He's a chill dude from everything I know.
He probably would be, I guess, the most electable option. But
because Halo.
That's probably so.
He wins because of Halo.
I mean, this is in the Vegas area. I would imagine they like weird people. So.
Well, Marty's not weird. He's a chill dude. So.
Oh yeah, but that's probably still appeals to Vegas people. Like I think Rick Harrison would have probably won statewide just because he's from Vegas.
Rick Harrison so badly.
I don't think he's ever going to run for office. Not as long as the show's popular.
Well, sure,
He doesn't want to go the Oz route. That's my guess.
I guess. Okay. New-
Also, something interesting that I'm looking. I didn't realize Mark Amade is currently uncontested in the general.
Who?
Oh, wow.
Mark Amade
In the
in the Reno
district
district.
one.
That's the 4th district, I believe.
Yeah.
No, it's the second.
Second.
Oh, second. My
Well,
bad.
actually, there's some independents running, but no Democrats are. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the independent would be like the de facto Democrat in this case, but
Although a lot of times Democrats just don't
Independent
vote
America.
in that
Yes.
case.
All right. Let's see here. New Jersey 7th. Tom Key's gonna win. He sucks, but he's gonna hold on.
I mean, yeah, but also there has been a lot of Sue Altman just raised, I think it was $500,000 today.
Wait, what was your prediction for Nevada? Did you have?
I don't see anything flipping right now.
Okay. No.
Yeah, New Jersey
New Hampshire.
7th. Thomas Keene has 2.3 million. Yeah, Democrats are shit show over primary. Well, actually, no, the guy.
No, all the Democrats united behind Sue Altman, and she
yeah,
just
I see.
raised a ton of money.
Likely
She has like
are.
1.5 million.
Yeah,
She
Republicans.
has like
hold on here.
1.5 million right now.
Oh, by the way, what about New Hampshire? Is there anything?
I'm not even considering New Hampshire. That's a joke.
Likely D New Hampshire. That state's gone. New Jersey's better for us.
That's a set. New Mexico. Democrat.
Yeah.
I think.
Could've got
I
some-
mean,
I think the second flips by the end of the day.
You think the second flip?
yeah, I think
I
Harold.
think
wins
Trump's
that
gonna cry in there by like probably a lean to likely margin.
I guess this is oil country, right? This is the part of the state that has oil rigs.
It's oil country, and it's also.
and we barely lost it.
No, Yvette Harrell. I mean, yeah, she's running again. She's fundraising kind of good, but
Let me check fundraising.
it's about 1 million for Harrell and then 1.8 million for Vasquez.
Yeah, if gun to my head, I'd have it read.
I think Democrat right now, but I
See, Biden won it by 6. It's gonna probably shift to the right, but I don't know if it'll be
Sam
enough.
for 5. Did you see that Katie Hobbs vetoed a porn age verification bill? I did see that.
Okay, back to New Mexico. How much do you think the second district shifts right by, like in terms of like Trump winning it, or how
Trump's not gonna win it by like around 3.
I don't know if he wins the district. He could
guess.
probably Biden.
He's
Maybe
gonna
Biden,
win it.
Maybe Biden.
Oh
plus,
come
like,
on, he's gonna. If Trump flips if Trump doesn't flip the district, he's lost the election. That's all I'm
Hold
saying.
up, we might got breaking news in the House. We got
I
breaking
saw.
news. Kay Granger's resigning.
Let's go.
resigning or retiring.
Oh wait,
Resigning.
that might not be good.
She's
Holy
resigning
fuck.
early. God damn it.
I
Fuck.
don't
Over for
I
Mike
don't see anything-
Johnson.
Apparently, it looks like it's real
Adam-
because someone took over her position on the appropriations committee.
No. She resigned from the appropriations committee a while ago, but I don't think she's resigned from Congress yet.
I'm seeing. Damn.
I mean, people in
Brandon
chat are
Bass,
saying
I
it, but I don't see anyone. I don't see any actual
I
verification.
don't see anything.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
because Tom Cole's now the chair of the
Okay.
appropriation.
There's some people in chat gotta chill up with some of this stuff. Oh, she's resigning. She resigned from.
Nothing ever happens.
Nothing ever happens.
She resigned from a committee position. It's
I thought she like, oh good lord, Mike Johnson a 1-seat majority. No.
I don't even. Well, actually, wouldn't it be a tied house if she resigned or?
No. Why didn't just resign? That's real.
Actually, I'll move the toss up for New Mexico second for now.
Okay, now we get the one state that actually people give a shit about. New York. Politically. Because this is the fascinating one. Somehow
Love
we
New
can
York.
win the majority through freaking New York. Listen, Democrats should have never got cocky about redistricting. The second they said, we're going to win the House of New York, we're going to have a freaking 20-seat majority because of New York. The second that happened, I knew they were going to fail miserably. And that's what happened here. So, how we feel with Brandon Williams? He goes down? I think he does.
I think
It's not a
Brandon
lot of
Williams-
money.
I think he wins re-election.
Really?
Yeah, I think he wins. He's an incumbent now, and there's a pretty brutal Dem primary, so
That is true, but hold on. How Democrat is this seat?
I think it's only like
You get a few points bluer.
it's only a couple points. It's really only a couple points bluer, and with incumbency he can beat that up.
I
I mean, if it's
guess.
a couple points forward,
Also-
I don't know. I still think he.
Also, I will say he got heavily outspent, though he did that was with Zeldin on the ticket, but he did still get heavily outspent at the end of the day, and now he has a good amount of money. So
and
right now, I'd say
and
toss up.
And the Democratic primary is very brutal. The Sarah Clee Hood versus John Man. I can never pronounce his name. Mannion. Yeah, they're like really going at each other, and I mean
Yeah,
they're kind of. I
okay.
feel like they're kind of acting as if the incumbent's DOA and like the real race.
I think I'd just say Democrat for now, but we'll see how the primary goes. If it gets real bad, yeah, we'll flip it. How are we feeling about Molinaro? I think he holds on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Molinaro easily holds on.
Yeah, I mean he's in a more Republican seat now. What is it
People
now?
losing this dude.
They made it 3 points redder.
Yeah, so he's not gonna lose. I mean, you're going against Josh Riley, but it's like they're running the same person again. Like, that's your strategy.
Well, I mean, Josh Riley, I mean, I don't think he did horrible in 2022. He just didn't do good enough to win.
That's horrible. Let's see here. New York 18th with Pat Ryan.
Lean blue
I mean,
for now.
Yeah, the seat. I mean, I had it going Republican before redistricting, but the seat's gotten a bit bluer, so I think he wins.
Yeah,
I don't think that even matters much. We don't have a lot of money in that race right now.
there's
Also,
no
the Republican is a carpetbagger from Manhattan.
The Republican is what Zeldin's running mate.
Yeah,
so maybe that could help a little bit, but I don't see it doing anything.
I think there's potential, but for now it's lean D. I personally believe.
Michael Lawler's winning. This freaking guy
Likely
is,
are.
this
Mondaire
guy's a
Jones.
meme.
I'm unironically,
she's-
unironically likely are for that district. That is a right trending
What the
district.
hell are freaking Democrats doing?
Heavily
here?
right trending.
It was the Democrats just didn't have a candidate for the seat, so they just ran Mondaire Jones again.
Why?
I'm honestly more confident on Lawyer winning than Molinaro.
Really?
Yeah, I mean Lawler's gonna win. I mean,
Yeah,
Mondaire
It's just
Jones.
it's just the perfect combo of having a very. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's far right trending. You have a strong candidate. You have a weak hand in the Dem side. Trump's gonna
Yeah.
flip it, almost definitely, very likely.
Well, Trump's not gonna.
If not
flip,
get
like,
close.
he's not gonna. I mean, it's still a D+10 district. I don't think he's winning.
Okay, New York has changed a lot in 4 years. I don't think it's fair to really look
New
at 2020
York
for New York.
Despacito.
I think he wins.
I think it goes down.
He win. He's winning.
They're running the same candidate as 2022.
I think it goes down. I mean,
Why? I don't
um,
see any reason to actually think that. I
There's
mean,
they're spending a lot of money in the primary. That is actually the guy withdrew. I don't know. I just think.
Yeah,
that it's
he
feeling-
just withdrew like not too long ago, and they're gonna run Laura Gillen again.
I just don't see any
I mean,
reason to believe the New York trends are really gonna
Well, no, I think
revert
that,
much
you
at
know,
all.
I just think it's an election as presidential years to be maybe a bit more Democrat than Zeldin's. That's what I'm
But
saying.
what? But her higher turnout helps Republicans in a general sense.
We'll just say I'm just saying lean Democrat. Something could change, but either way,
I'd have it
Republicans
lean
get
R.
House majority through New York. North Carolina.
It's just
Don
that
Davis is
easy.
down. Don Davis is down. He's done. Do I really gotta say much?
Wait, which district?
you don't want to
North
talk about
Carolina
New York.
first.
Oh yeah, you don't want to talk
Oh,
about New
yeah.
York's first with Santos running.
Oh, good lord, I forgot about that.
Lean independent for New York
Yeah, I
1.
forgot to mention this. The meme himself returned. He's running as an independent now. George
He should have
Santos.
stayed in the primary. He could have actually won. What the hell?
He's a meme. That's all he is. But either way, the good news is Democrats have a kind of a shit show over primary too. So
Yeah, but it's gonna be the no labels guy who's gonna win, like the primary.
Santos is like, I mean, I know he's a meme, but like he's loathed by the party votes. So
Yeah,
I
but
don't
he is
think
loved
he
by a
gets
certain
any, I
section
don't
of the
think he gets
base.
them any votes except from like the young Republicans, and that's it.
likely
Boomer
Santos.
I mean, the boomers can't stand him, and I think this is like a pretty boomer heavy district. So
Yeah, we'll say that it's lean Republican for it's Republican, I think. But like, it would
I mean,
be
what's
funny if
this?
George Santos
This is
wins.
what Northeast Long Island. That's boomer country.
It would be
like
funny
the
though. George
virus.
Santos wins, the Democrat takes second, or something stupid like that.
It'd be kind of funny if he even got like 10% of the vote or something.
Yeah, he gets like
Wow.
30%.
But I
I
mean,
would
let
vote
me where's
Santos
this-
in that race, unironically.
let me look at what this district is. Okay, that's Northeast. Okay, that's Northeast Long Island. That's kind of like retiree country, and I know the old Republicans absolutely despise George Santos. So, aside from like the really young Republicans, like the college ones, I don't think Santos is getting that many votes. He probably gets
Oh,
like.
by the way, Swazi's district is probably still somewhat competitive, just depending on the candidate, because we didn't really
Yeah,
go over that district.
I saw Elise Stefanik endorsed Mike LePetri, I think it was.
Yeah, so LePetri is endorsed by. No, actually, no. LePetri is only endorsed by the
No,
Republican Party.
I don't think it's updated on Wikipedia yet.
Oh, I think just Swazi. I think holds on. I think it holds on.
Yeah.
Wait, North Carolina.
I think it's lean D.
North Carolina, they all flip.
Don Davis.
They all go red.
Yeah, I really don't.
Just
think
gonna hold on. So true.
So
that,
true.
That district is so unfavorable to him, and yeah.
So sad we
like-
got the neocon in the primary though.
We could have got Sandy Smith. It's like, damn it.
Yeah. What's
Ohio.
annoying is these neocons running fake MAGA campaigns.
Yeah, fake MAGA. It's like, oh yeah, it's the unelectable position.
You look,
but
they're
run
like,
on it.
I am pro-Trump. We're going to defend this country. We're going to stop the border. And then you look at their past. We need to go to war with Iran. It's like, oh,
Yeah. I've the funniest thing about it is like always these people, they say it's unelectable to be MAGA, but that's all they run on. They're the MAGA candidates.
The only reason MAGA candidates appear bad is because they get abandoned every time they win primaries
Ohio.
by the party.
Ohio. How are we thinking about Ohio 13th? That's psych seat.
Republicans win that.
I'd have to
decently
think
easily.
about that for a second. Actually,
That's
I think
like
they're
Akron
fine.
and Canton.
I think. I mean, that's what.
yeah.
I mean, that
Narrow.
Akron, that's
That'll be tough,
probably going to be brown country. So him being on the ballot may help Democrat turnout.
No. There's
I'm
no
not-
such
I mean,
thing as
I'm-
Senate coattails. There's no such thing as Senate coattails. Just look at 2018.
I mean, it's not like I said
Psych
Brown's going
seat's
to
on.
win the election or anything, but
Say Elsa Massey-Carpenter's gonna hold on. I don't see us winning that seat either. She's gonna hold on forever until she dies. Then we might, maybe win that seat. That's the only we're gonna win it when she dies or retires. Oregon.
she's been in there for 40 years. She's dying. She's dying in office.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rex will probably hold on. I mean, what's
Oregon
like, Kevin
fifth.
Coughlin?
Ooh,
Oregon fifth?
that's the Raymer.
Oregon.
Oh,
he's
DeRimmer.
Is
Yeah,
the progressive
DeRimmer
still
wins.
running? Is the same
Yeah,
progressive
yeah, like, yeah, but there's a very brutal primary between Bynum and Skinner. Like Skinner
Yes!
just released something today about how like Bynum is like pro like I don't want to demonetize your stream, but pro R word.
What?
It's just because she voted against some criminal justice bill or whatever that increased the punishment for it.
Okay, I hope that Skinner's the nominee then. Doesn't Skinner have the support of like, yeah, she has support of a bunch of people. Please.
Both sides have a lot of both Skinner and Bynum have a lot of endorsements. It's a really brutal primary, and so I think
Please.
I think this is gonna be another case like 2022 where the Democrats are too divided among each other to actually.
DeRaymer's gonna win just because of that. What is this? This primary is a shit show.
Like both
I
Tina
was
Coates and
assuming-
McKay Brown endorsed Bynum, while like Richie Torres is endorsing Skinner, and like you have like a bunch of unions endorsing Skinner.
I'm assuming Skinner's probably like a ceasefire type candidate as well.
She's a
No,
progressive.
not she's like a Warren type progressive, like an Elizabeth Warren type.
Okay, so I mean, is she like an Israel supporter or?
She doesn't
I mean,
really.
I don't know.
I haven't seen her talk about it.
I mean, I don't know if it would matter in this district. Is this like an establishment heavy district in Oregon?
This is like a suburban. It's like Portland suburbs and the city of Bend.
Yeah, so that's gonna be helpful for DeRaymer. All right, Pennsylvania's 8th and 7th.
Can I ask real quick how close we think Capture's district will be?
I think it
Both driven last time, but
Rydell has a good amount of money, and Trump's
Isn't
gonna win it.
it-
He's probably gonna win by a
isn't-
likely margin.
Wasn't Marin the nominee?
Yeah, Marin's the nominee this time around. So here's why I'll say. I think that Marin loses by like 4 or 5, maybe 3.
I mean, he does a lot. I think he does a lot better than Majewski did
Yeah, I
in
think he does,
2022,
too.
just because
okay,
the whole story.
Pennsylvania. I think both 7 and 8 flip.
I think
Yeah, I
Marin's
think-
a Democrat.
I
think
think
they
goes
both-
down.
I think
Cartwright goes
Cartwright
down.
narrowly holds on for now.
Really? I think
No,
Cartwright goes
Cartwright is-
down.
Cartwright is a strong candidate.
I'm not denying that, but we have a good recruit there. It's trending Republican.
I mean, the seat's gonna go red.
In a presidential year, he should go down.
He didn't.
I mean, he did not
He
did not perform that good in 2022.
I know. I mean, the 8th. I know this is Biden's home base, but I think he's gotten a lot less popular in the Scranton area. I don't know if the Scranton Joe stick is going to work anymore. At least not in that region. It could in like Philly, but that's obviously.
Yeah, so I think actually we do win the 8th. I just have this feeling that Cartwright had his worst performance ever last time around. So.
Okay, well, what about Wild though? I'm not so sure about.
I think Wild goes down.
I think she holds on.
I mean, well, who do we have to run against her?
The 3 candidates are Kevin Dellicker, Ryan McKenzie, and Maria Montero.
Who the
Any
fuck
good?
are these clowns?
Kevin Dellicker is endorsed by Lou Barletta. Ryan McKenzie is endorsed by Americans for Prosperity, and Maria Montero is endorsed by Kathy Burnett and Vivek Ramaswamy.
So yeah, this is a shit show or primary. This reminds me too much of 2022, of what happened statewide.
Okay, I just want to bring something up real quick. Cartwright's opponent, well, it was the same person in 22, was actually better funded in 22 than 2020, so I think that could partially explain the underperformance for Cartwright in 22.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Democrats did better statewide last time around.
It really, I think
Also,
it partially just depends if how
think
Trump does
Cartwright
good in
was-
the district.
there was
Now I have
some
it toss up tilty.
There was some hypothetical polling done last summer, and it had Matt Cartwright dead even with a generic Republican, and a majority of voters wanted a
It
candidate.
makes me think it's
wanted
Lean
their
D, Lean
congressman-
D.
And a majority of the voters said 51% said they wanted their congressman to be someone other than Matt Cartwright.
All right, Virginia.
Oh, I should mention the primaries and the 8th are done. By the way, they're both uncontested.
Yeah, the 8th, it's uncontested primary. The 7th is just a mess, like usual. All
The
right,
7th was a mess in 22.
Barletta's probably not as relevant as it used to be. I mean, I could be wrong.
all right.
but-
So Virginia, I think Higgins holds on. He should win by a couple points. Spanberger's former seat, I think, holds Democrat. I don't think much changes.
I mean,
No major
who's the
disagreements.
Republican? Who's the Republican
Oh, wait,
running?
South Carolina,
it's
and all-
another mess of a primary. It's like a
Oh
five.
yeah, there's a ton of them.
South Carolina, by the way, I think redistricting is dead.
Yeah, redistricting
Right.
is dead.
Well,
Yo, you guys remember
the-
Jerome in the 2nd district?
Oh yeah, I remember Jerome.
He won a county.
I remember that. All right, let's go to Washington. Joe Kent's, or I should say Marie Perez's seat, which should be Joe Kent's seat.
Soon to be.
Soon to
Yeah,
be.
will be. So,
I think
That said, I think it'll be surprisingly close.
I think we'll be close too, but
No, I think Joe Kent's going to easily win, but I think what would be kind of funny is if Marie Gluesenkamp Perez and Joe Kent become the new Carol Shea Porter and Frank Winter.
no, don't even say that. No, I don't want
You know
this
what's
turned
hilarious? They're basically already holding their debate live on Twitter.
Yeah,
like,
that
for the
debate's
entire
pathetic.
reason.
I put Leanar.
So, yeah, I'm gonna say it goes Republican. I think Ken wins this time around. All right, now we go back to my home state of Wisconsin. Brian Steele's winning. Derek Van Orden gets carried by frickin' Trump. That's what happens. Nothing else to say here.
Yeah, and also the primary in Van Orden's district is, I mean, the primary between the candidates in Van Orden's district are pretty
Yeah, I saw
pretty
it.
tight. Like
I heard
like
about
the Rebecca Cook versus Katrina Shanklin stuff is very it's very contentious
Yeah,
right now.
so that primary is a shit show that I've heard, and it's just like Derek Van Orden only wins because of Trump. And
Yeah,
that's reality.
It's another. It's also another case of Democrats being too divided in the primary to unite behind a candidate quickly. Like they're not uniting behind a candidate.
I quite
Surprisingly,
likely are, to be
I
honest.
have Republicans gaining a couple House seats. Huh. At the end of the day, that's the map for everyone. What does Chad have to say?
So, what you think about the primary going on in the 8th district now? With
I hope is it Wield? Is his name? Well,
I think it's
Yeah,
weird.
something like that.
I know nothing about that primary. I'm just happy that Brusewitz is not running.
I think it's Tony Weed or Wyatt or something.
He shill.
I'm gonna say Tony Weed.
So right now
I
the
just want
candidates.
Roger Roth personally, but
Yeah, it's Andre.
Well, I mean, Trump's
Andre
basically
Jack.
so
I know,
I'm not
I do
sure.
not like that move. I would have just stayed out
Yeah.
of it, but Roger Roth, I think, would be much more effective in the House. Just my opinion. He was a good state senator, so.
Brussowitz, I think Brussowitz, I mean, he's very close with Trump, so I think whoever he supported would have been who Trump
Well,
supported.
it was basically like either him or Brussowitz, so it's like Wield's better, obviously, but.
Yeah, I mean, Brussowitz, if Brussowitz won, he would have gotten if Brussowitz actually ran, he would have gotten the Trump endorsement immediately, but.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Weed will probably be a decent guy. I think he'll probably be a bit more calm and collective than
not
Brussowitz
schizophrenic.
would be. Yeah, Brussowitz would have basically just he's basically Marjorie Taylor Greene in a suit.
The Sandwich Man for 5 is someone who lives in Washington 3rd. Perez ran a hella effective campaign, which is why she won, not the trends. I think Ken flips it in 2024 due to Trump. I think Healy lost because of the primary. That primary was a mess.
There were probably some moderate Republicans that just didn't like him
they
because
screwed
of
him
like,
over. That whole thing with they call him a national socialist. Like, you gotta be freaking shitting me.
I think everyone went to that election thinking that Joe Kent was both a fascist and a communist at the same time.
Basically, I mean,
it's like it reminds me a lot of what happened to Michael Cassidy in Mississippi.
Oh yeah, well, here's the thing with Michael Cassidy. I mean, he basically became a celebrity like earlier this year.
Well, yeah, he did some sort of.
Had he ran again this year, I think he would have won the primary. And that's solely because of the statue thing. Because now he has a name for himself.
So should we talk about the before we head off again? If anyone got more super chats or more questions, concerns, begin sending them now. Should we talk about the morning console poll and how the polls are fake again?
Oh, what is the morning?
Morning console. Everyone was saying it's over. Biden has surged to a 1-point lead. Morning console. Let me pull this up today. Released a brand new poll having Trump up against Biden. It's a 3-point.
Oh, yeah, there's a new poll in Minnesota too. Have y'all seen it?
Yeah, I saw it was like a Biden +2. So in a
When will everyone learn about what statistical noise is?
Yeah, I mean, these same people said this with the DeSantis campaign. They're saying the same thing here, and they're straight. Again, morning consult. Yeah, it goes back and forth, but when you poll every day like they do, yeah, you're gonna get some weird results like this. But
something I've noticed is that the Dems are sounding very similar to how the DeSantis were about the primary, where they're using very similar level excuses.
I think worse because at least the Sims acknowledged that Trump would win something. These people are just saying there's no chance Trump can win Ohio at this point. It's gonna be the biggest blue tsunami ever, bigger than 2008. Democrats.
Okay. Meanwhile, there's a Biden +2 poll in Minnesota today.
Yeah, I mean,
wrap real quick because I missed part of California. You have Duarte winning?
I think Duarte holds on. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think he wins. I think he wins.
That son of a bitch is gonna win.
He's gonna win again, and he's gonna do better. He's gonna do better, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Listen,
just because of the irony.
Listen, I like Bears and Gilio, but those memes are glorious every time someone mentions them. But yeah, I think he's gonna win. That son of a bitch is gonna hold on.
All right, should we talk about the Minnesota poll?
Yeah, so one final look. Yeah, we should talk about that real quick. Minnesota had Biden +2 after having a Biden +3, I think it was, or Biden +4 actually.
I want to point out that Minnesota polls in 2020 underestimated Biden, or no, it overestimated Biden. It overestimated him, and Biden +2 in Minnesota would indicate a roughly 5-6 point swing to the right nationally. So like Trump +1, 2. Yep.
This is something I've noticed, and I think it was James brought up like a couple streams ago. The statewide polls are shifting right, but the national polls are shifting towards like a 50-50 race. I have no clue what's happening.
Right now, I think Trump wins the national vote by like a point or two.
I still know what's going on.
I've narrowed a bit.
The polls are just
because of re-examination.
The polls are trending both ways at the same time, and no one's talking about that. But even then, it's like a Biden +1 popular vote is still a defeat. These idiots don't understand that.
I mean, even a Biden +2 popular vote is still overwhelmingly likely to be a defeat.
I think the current cope. I think the current cope is that big safe states will eat up the swing, but I don't really see that.
There's not enough votes. If that's the case, if you see a 20, I did the math on this, it's like a 10-point, or no, it's like a 20-point swing in California, Illinois, and New York for that math to make sense. At that point,
think,
in time, you're winning Illinois. It's like
I think Rob Groiper made a good point before with California with the primary and how it lines up with the general margin. And it's not indicating a massive like only D plus or Biden plus 15 margin in California. It's gonna be close to like 20.
yeah, so even a Biden plus 20 is like a 10-point shift. So
yeah, but it's not enough to
Biden plus
just
20 is a
control the
horrible
whole right.
performance
It's not
because-
enough to eat up the national swing.
yeah, it's not.
Especially with all the conservatives leaving the state, Biden plus 20 is a horrible performance.
Okay, so Biden. Okay, Survey USA, October 2020. Biden plus 5 at the end of October.
I mean, that sounds like that was a pretty accurate poll. Like that's national, right?
I mean, Biden won by what, 6, 7?
In Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about Minnesota?
Survey
Oh,
USA,
yeah.
somebody
I
brought this
remember
up.
Minnesota.
The point of Minnesota for Survey USA was spot on, and they have it only Biden plus 2 right now.
And it's indicative of a
line.
national swing that's in line with national
That's
polling.
fake.
Yeah,
though.
that's in line. That's in line with Seltzer, and that's in line with what the California primary would
Again,
say.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though. Again, I've always was baffled by the polls that had, a 10-point shift nationally, but a 1-point shift.
It's in line.
Wisconsin.
It's in line with Harris's Pennsylvania
now
and
you
Michigan
have the
polls. Well,
polls.
by the way,
Rap, the Wisconsin polls always underestimate Trump by
know.
like 5%.
I know, but it's just like
Pennsylvania
saying-
too.
Obviously,
Pennsylvania
it's gonna
too.
show like a tide.
No, I'm just saying like the polls, when you just look at the face value, it was always bizarre where it's like it's Trump plus 1 in Wisconsin, but Trump plus 4 nationally. But now it's like the polls became more Democrat at the national level, but statewide they became more Republican the past month.
Okay, let me point this out real quick. This is Morning Consult in Minnesota, and let me use
Sorry,
dates
you
right
say.
here. So, May 16th, 2020. This is days before George Floyd. Biden plus 17. June 5th, at the height of George Floyd, Biden plus 3.
Huh.
Again,
I mean, those swings in that poll don't make any sense because didn't Biden start polling better after the protest?
It was after protest, yeah. And so,
Yeah,
but then
I
it
mean-
was the Kenosha riots what backfired on him.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Kenosha
George
riots.
Floyd was like a household name. I mean, he was basically Martin Luther King reincarnated.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say reincarnated, but I mean, that was probably like the best moment for Biden of the entire, campaign.
But anyways, folks, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Any last calls for super chats? Begin sending them now. So either way, we are seeing everything's indicating the Republicans. I mean, despite their incompetence, theoretically they should have a good year this year.
Oh yeah, by comparison, again, Morning Consult at Biden plus 9 on Halloween in 2020.
the main difference is this year from 2022 is that Trump is on the ballot.
Yeah, no one's gonna talk about that.
And
Though.
thus higher turnout.
Trump,
Higher turnout.
Republicans
higher
only
presidential
won the
year.
popular vote by
Yeah.
2.
Yeah,
instead of 3.
Halloween 2020 was Biden plus 9, and he won by what, 7 or something.
Yeah, it was 7, barely. Like it was
Yeah.
basically the same.
And for anyone that's like, oh well, 2022 was Ma red wave year or whatever,
This is
and
right
it's going to be for
fart.
presidential. Look, it will even if it wasn't, just look at 2018 to 2020. There's not a big change.
Here's
Let me
reality.
see what the polls were.
2022 was a red fart, not a red wave. It was not.
Okay, 2022.
A lot of
let's see.
people
Right.
just automatically assume that this year is destined to be more than 2022,
Okay, so Walls
just because
won
there's
by
more wave here.
let me look at the polls. Survey USA. Walls plus 8. Okay, so they were spot on.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
what I'm saying.
governor.
Like Survey USA in Minnesota is pretty good usually.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, I think if
well-
Minnesota's really within 2, there's just no way Trump loses Wisconsin. There's just no mathematical way.
At one point, they did actually have Walls plus 18 back in like September.
Yeah. But anyways, folks, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Anyone has any final thoughts for anything?
Hawaii.
Why?
Why?
Someone in chat is saying that last week Republicans.
Oh
won the
yeah,
Convention
wasn't
mayor.
Eclipse cool, guys? Wasn't it
Eclipse was
cool?
lame. That was pathetic. But yeah,
There was a
What the
there was a
man,
cloud
that was
over
that
it.
was
Quality,
neat.
I'm in
But yeah,
Dallas.
I got a
but-
nice clear sky
Yeah.
and everything.
The Kenosha mayorship flipped last week. What does that tell you about Kenosha? And not just a not a
By
counter
the way,
thing.
did you guys see what Catchard was posting about the eclipse? Like, oh, you guys
posted it?
are a bunch of sheep.
I don't.
Who posted it?
Catchard.
Oh, good lord, that guy is definitely out there.
Oh yeah,
Kenosha
what
is
he
one
did
of the
was
more
wrong.
Hispanic parts of Wisconsin, by the way.
Yeah, so Kenosha, the city of Kenosha is still like D+20. It flipped Republican. So good luck with that. That Kenosha's gone. By the way, another suburb, everyone, that's gone because of Trump. Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't know if I would consider Kenosha like a suburb,
No,
but
it's basically a suburb of Milwaukee.
It's right in between Chicago and
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
I would say it's more an exurb, but still. It's
basically a mid-sized city. But
well, I'm just saying, like, it's in between the two. People consider it a suburb. Same
yeah,
thing
and
with
I guess kind of like we're seeing.
Well, we're seeing that. That's another suburb no one talks about. Oh, every suburb shifts against Trump. Look at Racine.
I think Kenosha is technically considered within the Chicago metro.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you could say it's right in the middle. It just, I consider exurb of the two. But anyways, folks, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. So, anything else? I don't think we missed anything. We went over the Dave Min meme, the Harry Dunn clown, over everything.
To be honest, I think Kenosha will probably single-handedly give Trump Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, the Kenosha riots backfired badly on Dems.
I mean, let's see. Okay, Trump actually did win it in 2016. He won it by 1. He won it by 3 in 2020. He'll probably win it by at least 5.
Didn't Daniel Kelly barely lose it?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, so it's like...
I think he lost.
Wait,
with
Kenosha,
if I'm not mistaken.
the county? Trump's gonna win that by
Yeah.
like nearly 10.
Yeah, he's gonna win by a lot. That's gonna... So any, like, losses in his Osaki
If not straight up 10.
is to be countered by that, so... And we'll see you guys in the next stream.